You're here.
That's crazy that you were able to have that power.
Hi everyone, we're back with another poorly reviewed. We just saw the Suicide Squad.
The Suicide Squad. The one and only.
Bam!
There was never one before it.
We don't talk about that music video. We don't
say it, don't think it.
We don't talk about the movie that what was it, like music video for someone's iPod playlist. Like that's what it was. You kind of knew. Everyone knew that it was going to be much better than.
I don't know if we knew, but yeah,
I had a feeling. I mean, James Gunn hasn't
he's got a good track
record, so I felt like he could take. He knows. You even said that he knows how to write.
He does
multiple characters.
Yes, he does do multiple characters well in this movie as well.
And that's why I felt comfortable with the Suicide Squad in his hands. It was a fun movie.
Very fun.
Visually it was great.
Yes.
All the characters were fun and interesting. Even the weirdest gimmicks they had.
Yeah, they had
powers,
some weird gimmicks.
And powers like that, they worked very well. I think it was in the good hands, and I was just like, I mean, you can only go up from that music video. I feel like, right?
They didn't really explore the use of the Suicide Squad well in the first movie. Mm-hmm. It just felt like a normal superhero movie.
Yeah, like a team up.
Yeah, this one felt like a Suicide Squad movie.
Exactly,
if you've ever read a comic,
I thought you were the crazy one.
Oh yeah.
I was happy that Idris played this character. You get why he's there, where he is, how he is, he is a mercenary, and you meet him and you're like, okay, I don't really like him, but he's, whatever. And then you find out that he's got a good heart and everything. And there was just the dynamic between people talking to, how they talk to each other, much better. It wasn't like everything was a punchline or something that they were trying to joke about. And then Harley is, of course, being crazy Harley, not being, just like this cute girl type thing. I don't know.
All the characters were more defined, yes.
Yes.
They got everything.
I enjoyed the characters. Even though they're supposed to be bad, they're bad guys. Yeah. They're crazy. They're eccentric. They have weird powers. Or we didn't even really get to see them really well. as some of the ones that die. So, spoilers.
There's a lot of people in the Suicide Squad.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people.
And then there's not a lot of people at the end.
Yeah.
They were defined characters. I really enjoyed each dynamic. Everyone had clear goals, and the communication came across of who their characters were based on that. Peacemaker and Bloodshot were always trying to one-up each other.
Right. Rick Flag was actually a good character.
Rick Flag was a great character.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, finally.
Finally. I like this guy.
He's a cool dude. Amanda Waller is basically the same.
No, but she's better.
Yeah.
She's got more she's doing, and then you can see how cold she is because I thought she was going to protect Flag a little bit more, but he was in the SOL group at first. So everyone's expendable.
I don't think the SOL group was intended to be that SOL.
Right. No, I get it. But it's just at the same time, how she just was moving on. All right, Group B, go. For all she knows, everyone's dead. But it doesn't matter. In the way that she gave an ultimatum to Bloodsport was cold as hell, which is Amanda Waller.
Take such extreme measures if this mission went more important than you could possibly imagine.
So James did a great job with this thing. He knows how to do the Guardians of the Galaxy real good, and he knew how to do this one just right as well.
Everything, it was full of personality.
It had character. It had direction. It didn't
jokes landed.
Didn't
visuals.
seem like someone just put a camera somewhere and said, "Okay, do the thing."
Cut this like a music video. Cut this like a trailer. Overall, no one could have saved that after it was edited the way it was edited, and the music that was used, and just certain things that just did not make any sense or cut out.
I can't wait to show you my toy.
But this movie, Like I said, considerably better. It all takes place on the fictional island of Corto Maltese. I believe I pronounced that incorrectly. And they're just trying to figure out, well, I mean, the trailer gives it away. Starro is in it. So they're trying to figure out what's going on with Starro and get that all set up for future movies, perhaps. And things go down, things go sideways because it's a Suicide Squad movie. And you can't trust anybody because they're all villains, technically. And they're all, that's the thing, like, these are all ambiguous, like, villains. Gray characters, and that makes for good characters. Like, if you watch a Superman movie, he's all about truth, justice, and the American way. But these guys are just like, well, truth is cool and all, but money.
they're full rounded people. They have their flaws, they have their greed, they have whatever. Like Ratcatcher was one of my favorites.
She did great. She had the best arc.
Yeah, and her whole thing was she got caught stealing.
Well, she got caught stealing from. She was robbing a bank with rats and got charged for armed robbery.
They're weapons of mass destruction. But, like, you know, she didn't do it to be, like, greedy. She did it to live. You know what I mean? Same thing with Bloodsport. Peacemaker is just insane. Harley's just insane. Polka Dot Man is just insane. But adorable.
I'm a superhero!
King Shark is a shark, so he needs to be behind bars.
Num num.
The whole group was fantastic.
Yes.
I want more. I mean, we're not going to get more, but I want more of that dynamic for those who survive. And I like for them, like, the editing of the sequences themselves was really good. Now, a little bit of a negative for me personally was time jumps.
Yes.
Like, we would see something happen and then we would jump back to where it happens. Now,
With the second part.
I'm used to seeing that. I've seen that in TV shows. Like, okay, I get it, but like it kind of felt a little. It kind of disconnected me a little bit at sometimes. Not each time, but sometimes it was like it felt.
I can see where it
weird.
can kind of give a little whiplash feeling, just like a little bit, because it's like
just a little bit.
Just
it's
like
not
in the
super
middle.
negative.
Yeah, it's in the middle of someone's certain doom. They go like 8 minutes earlier,
Yeah,
and I can get that, but at the same time, you have to show how this character got to this point. And since they were split up into two teams, it does make sense to open with this and then kind of go back in time and show what's going on the other side.
I'd be curious if he wrote it this way or if he decided to do it this way in the edit.
But I was going to say one more good thing positive about the cast. They actually, I feel like they deserve to be friends in the end. Like, it felt like they are friends in the end. Or like, they at least kind of like each other, you know? And the other movie, for some reason, after hanging out in the bar for a few minutes, they're all family.
The team.
Like, El Diablo's like, you my family now. It's like, what? How? You met them an hour ago, man. Come on. Like, at least with this movie, I know it's over the course of a few days. I felt that this was more believable to me. Maybe I'm just being, like, manipulated, because this story is the archetypal, like, comic book movie story. They have to, you know, work together to take down the big bad monster. There's these little mini villains in between. You got to get this to get to this. But the thing is, the characters were more, you know, dynamic and well-rounded and likable.
Even those that had the
so therefore they're friends.
even the characters who had the most inconsequential part.
Yeah, small part.
Had even a little mini arc that they had. Like, the character of Javelin has an arc, but he's only on screen for spoilers, like maybe 3 minutes.
Yeah, but I liked him. You know, like, it was like, okay, I liked it. Like, every scene that had something that was okay. Like, it was just like, you're not wasting my time.
No, I never felt like my time was being wasted. The movie moved pretty well.
Yes.
And all the action set pieces were well paced. Everything was fun. It was gory as fuck.
But it was gory for a reason.
Yeah.
And it was gory for, like, you know, comedic and just to show how badass somebody was. You know what I mean?
There was a lot of gore.
I mean, that's what it should have this.
I felt like the episode of Rick and Morty when they go to Purge World and he's up there watching. And it's just like, oh, watch Morty, watch. Oh, this is so cool. Oh, I think my eyes are bigger than my stomach, Morty. That's how I felt
Really?
about halfway through the movie.
I was like, oh shit! Like, you know.
Anyways.
A lot of fun.
Like I said, the only negative I had was the time jumps. Everything else was.
Yeah, I will admit there's points where it's just like a little like whoa.
I like the way that James does his story because, like I said, even the most mundane or inconsequential character will have like a character.
Yeah.
Like, they're not just there.
Even the generic villains.
The generic villains that are just there. Even the driver, Milton, had a fucking character.
Who the hell is Milton?
Exactly. He had a fucking character.
I thought Bloodsport's name was Milton. No, it's Robert Dubois.
So, long and short of it, I think this movie was fantastic. I want to see it again.
I'm going to watch it again. I'm probably going to throw it up again.
I'm confused why this Justice League doesn't show up, but hey, whatever.
They are on vacation. Aquaman is ruling Atlantis. Superman just said, I'm on vacation. Batman, what can Batman do in this situation? Oh, and also, like, Harley was so much Harley.
Guys, sorry I'm late. Had to go number 2.
Good to know.
This is Harley.
Yes.
She's crazy. She's goofy. She's silly. But you can actually see that she's got acrobatic strength. Because like any other movies, you don't really see her do anything.
No, you see, like, you have her Harley vision that you get to see in the movie.
Yeah.
And that was really cool.
That's cute, yeah.
All the flowers.
Her action sequence was probably one of my favorite ones.
That was probably the best
really
action
good.
sequence because it was both realistic and fast-paced and fun.
And now we know what Harley sees when she kills.
Harley's crazy. I just like the way that Harley has her own code and her own way of living.
Yeah.
And it's just
chaos.
It was perfectly written for her this time. The first time it was just like, well, she's crazy for being crazy. And now it's just like, okay, she actually has reasoning behind the things that she does. So great job, James.
Yay! I pretty much echoed everything everyone else has said. There's just little things that's like, okay, not, didn't quite work for me.
There's always something you can nitpick.
Exactly. But overall, it was so good. So much fun. I liked it. What would you give it?
Realistically, I would give it like a 8.5 out of 10.
I feel like I would give it a 9 out of 10.
Ooh.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's really good, but like I said, the whiplash sometimes kind of took me out of it. And one character in particular,
King Shark?
he dies so early on. He was my favorite character.
Who is your favorite character?
I don't want to spoil it.
Okay, well, my favorite character was King Shark.
King Shark was hilarious.
King Shark, they said that they were trying to not make him look cute, but he was still adorable. Those big old eyes. I love him. He's so dumb.
Bird. Now it. Stay off the comm.
I love it.
I hope they do more, to be honest. I think they have a real niche here for the DC universe that's separate from the superheroes with the capes and shit.
I mean, the money is going to show them that this is a good idea.
And there's a Peacemaker TV show that's coming up.
Yeah, like, because
John was hilarious in that role.
Yes, our theater was full, too. Like, we were right next to somebody. So, this has got to reflect something to Warner Brothers to keep doing stuff like this. Give it to directors and writers who really care and really creative. So
I don't want. It's so hard to talk about specific characters without spoiling this. So we're skipping over a whole bunch of stuff.
Right.
Peacemaker's hilarious and crazy.
Yes.
Polka Dot Man is crazy and that's hilarious.
But also just so like chill and understate. Like the way that he's portrayed is just like. You don't expect that.
I didn't know anything about his character, but apparently he was
Started last.
He was built to be a superhero, but he was a failure essentially.
Exactly. Exhibit B.
That's right. In the trailer, you hear him say, "I'm a superhero." Anyways, everyone's great. James did great. The writing's great. Everything's wonderful. I hope they do
worked.
More.
It wasn't.
We didn't even talk about the music.
It wasn't just put a licensed song in every 5 minutes. The music made sense to the scene. It was a purposeful music. It wasn't just because let's just throw in something about jail here. Let's just throw something in about power.
It does
when you see
open
the
with Johnny
Joker.
Cash, though. When they're in
Yeah,
jail.
that kind of pops me because I've been hearing that song in every trick. What was it again? The Guy Ritchie movie. Whatever.
Wait, was that Johnny Cash in the beginning?
Yeah, that was.
Okay, yeah,
that
yeah.
was the prison something.
There was a couple prison sequences.
Yeah,
I might be getting them confused.
I hear the train
It's a good one.
It's coming around the bend. I hear the rain falling. Okay, but
Anyways.
but it makes sense because it's a
Yes.
song about prison.
Yes.
Okay, and then the like shit. It's just the music works. It's not just because
It enhances
and then
the scene.
It won't play some rap music whenever there's a black character on. There was just beautiful music that works for the scene. Damn, that's all you gotta do.
Yeah, the music definitely lent itself to the scene, and it helped the scene blossom into the beautiful flower that it is.
I like that Peter Capaldi got to say curse words.
I just like that Peter Capaldi was even in the movie.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It makes me laugh every time I see that, man. I love him.
It was a good character for him too. All right, enough gushing about the movie. Just anyone who doesn't even really like comic book stuff, like it, for whoever was just like, I like Idris, I like Margot Robbie, I like Peter Capaldi. What?
Why'd you have an accent when you said
Robbie or Jai Courtney, Viola Davis? Just like, I like these actors and they're good. Go see it because it's still gonna entertain you. It's really good. Even if you don't know anything about them.
Yeah.
9 out of 10 for me. I'm gonna watch it as soon as possible. Again.
On the TV, because it's on the HBOs. And I gave it an 8.5 because the time skipping through me every once in a while. So yeah, that's it.
If you like this video, please consider liking the video. We'll be back with more poorly reviews, and there is recalls coming up on our channel. Just let us know what you thought about Suicide Squad. I'm pretty sure everyone went to go see it or went to watch it on HBO Max. Just which character was your favorite character? Anyway, that's all we got. We'll see you in the next one.
Get out of here.
All right,
Adios.
bye.
Is that the mother? Is that it? What is that? Oh, it's got a mound at the bottom.
Yeah, that's a squid.
It's scary. I don't like.
Oh, it's okay.
Bird.